and welcome back for a late night edition of the Grade A Flicks channel. It's Grade A Fantasy post Bronco win. Is here to discuss some DFS chatter. So earlier in the day, I would say midday, the big news came out. Basically, the 49ers pretty much lost their entire backfield. So they are now down. To basically Issac Guerendo. He is literally, at this moment, the only active back. Now, Guerendo has had games where he has shown where, he can take the load as a solid runner. Just a few weeks ago against Dallas, before Mccaffrey came back, Mason got dinged up. It is still a good run blocking line, and Guerendo has had two cases where he can showcase that he can handle the load for the rest of the year. At Seattle, 10 for 99, and at home against Dallas, 14 for 85, and he had a touchdown, and he even got 4 targets. Now, obviously, same thing with Jordan Mason. It goes for Guerendo as well. Nobody can, replicate the workload and the skill of Mccaffrey. There's only a few running backs in the league that come close to it or on par with it. But with this, I understand it's instantly Guerendo becomes the ultimate cash and GPP play. Look, any running back that's strong, durable, and has good footwork, running behind that line is damn near must play. This is definitely some chalk that I would not be fading. 5,200 on FanDuel. I don't know what he is on DraftKings, but he's going to be chalk on every site. If you're playing on Owner's Box, if you play on Yahoo, if you play anything DFS, whatever it is, he is going to be the number one play. But here's the thing: what's the situation for the rest of the year? Obviously he's going to be the man. Now, who's behind him? Because you just can't have one running back for the rest of the year. Now, what's supposed to happen actually is that being brought up is supposed to be Patrick Taylor. And they might have to sign somebody maybe off the street or bring up another practice squad person, or maybe any of these people here. But Patrick Taylor is literally the only person that's viable to be brought up. Like I said, Elijah Mitchell, he's had some chances in the past, but he's basically been out all year. His body just wasn't ready for the season, so he's not here. Maybe they bring back Matt Breida. I don't know. But when you lose 2 running backs, that's 2 big spots to fill. So it's definitely him and Patrick Taylor. Don't know if anybody else will be brought up or coming up to at least fill those spots. Because if you take a couple people off the practice squad, maybe there's some people also on the practice squad. Like I said, it's a physical game, so you might want to have 3 running backs. But here's the fantasy outlook. He is a great play. But when it comes to no McCaffrey and now no Jordan Mason, I'm sorry, but I think it opens up a lot. I think for the rest of the year, season long, going into the playoffs, I think it opens up big usage for Debo. We're going to get that Debo that, yes, he has these games where, as you can see here, these are wide receiver stats, but obviously those stats don't add up to 16.2. These stats right here could add up to 17, but there are some runs in there. And I think we're going to get early season Debo where he was mixed up in the backfield. Now, once Jordan Mason solidified that, okay, he can handle this, Debo didn't have to do as much lining up and optioning and everything like that. But I don't think they just throw it all on Guerendo. I actually think that the opportunity for Debo to play to have literally everything go through him, which will help then ease off some pressure off Guerendo, Patrick Taylor refilling in, and then opening up even more for Kittle and Jennings. Without McCaffrey, there's going to be there's definitely a lot more opportunity, kind of like a Taysom Hill kind of effect. But if Guerendo is the creme de la creme pick for this week, But when it comes for the outlook of the rest of the season, I definitely love Deebo Samuel. Like I said, he's been in this kind of spot before, running it out the backfield, taking quick reverse handoffs from the slot, wide receiver screens. I think Deebo's usage that's the usage that goes all the way up. Because it's DFS and the price, yes, Guerendo is the man. But when it comes to season long and for the outlook of DFS, I'm loving personally Deebo Samuel for the rest of the day. So that's my little bit of news right there. Like I said, there's no news on if they're bringing up anybody behind Patrick Taylor. But as you see here, Guerendo is the guy. He has had this opportunity twice before. It has happened. So this is not his first taste of action all season long. I think he'll be ready. And I think he's in a good matchup. It won't be the easiest matchup, but it's a solid matchup. And like I said, any good, comfortable running back running behind that offensive line, injuries or not, like I said, for run blocking, pass blocking is a whole different story when you have issues with your left side, probably one of the best left tackle, when you have possibly the best left tackle in the league out, but can't really, when Trent Williams is out or whatever, with a big man with an ankle like that, I mean, does it affect the passing? Yes. But Deebo, quick slants, quick options, reverses, run blocking, that's a whole different story. The 49ers should still be able to function. Like I said, it seems like a team on a collapse. It's just not their year this year. But fantasy-wise, I actually like Guerendo. I like Guerendo for the rest of the season. But I love Deebo Samuel, definitely for the long haul, DFS-wise. And at 7,100, I think he's a big play. I think if he becomes an even with some decent to low ownership, he should be at least slightly over-owned in tournaments. AKA, I would say if he's being projected anywhere from, let's say, 11 to like 13, 14%, I will try my best to have it myself 17, 18, 19, maybe even 20%. What Deebo can do for this team now with the top two running backs out, his touches have to increase. That's my little bit of news. Stay tuned for the wide receiver. I think I'm going to go back to maybe talking about defense and tight ends and wait for some news also in the wide receiver area. There is some news, injury news to pay attention to there. So maybe I'll once again wait on wide receiver possibly. Like I said, as you can see here, you got Devontae Smith, you got Metcalf, you got Mccaffrey coming up with a knee. So some certain things, Sector Tillman might be back next week, didn't play tonight. So Keon Coleman, Calvin Austin, a lot of depth moves affect a few things, and we'll see. So more than likely you'll probably get since it's a shorter video normally, you'll possibly get a tight end. You'll probably get the tight end and maybe even a defense video tomorrow, possibly. Possibly. There is a possibility that can happen. But definitely a video will be coming out. I would definitely like to have the wide receiver video done by Friday, maybe even Thursday if some injury news does come up cleared out. But other than that, that's the news. And I just want to have a quick little discussion on my views on what I feel is going to happen in the backfield or for the 49ers in general. This is Grade A Fantasy, signing off.